And hello. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. It's been a while since I played, and I've had a hard time getting away from Twilight Princess because I was recording a half episode, and that took hours. But anyway, not all the voice acting is back. I do know that they have sorted got everything kind of sorted out, and Paimon might actually be different right now, like with the story that we're about to do. We're going to do a story quest. I actually think I want to finish out these 3 story quests before I try going back to the main story. I think by the time I finish these 3 story quests, we should be good on having voices back in the main story. So then I can knock all that out. And then probably the next big update would happen, and we would need to be going to Snezhnaya, but I got to finish up everything in Natlan first. But we're going to work with Sigewinne today. So let's go ahead and accept the quest of The Warmth of Lies. Noreed's Chapter, Act 1. And Beauty Expert. The Court of Fontaine seems to be holding quite a lively promotion event. You know what? I'm in the Fortress of Meripede because I knew I had to meet up with Sigewinne. Reading this, I feel like we are not supposed to be in the Fortress of Meripede. We might just need to be at the Court of Fontaine. So navigate. Yep. That's exactly where we're supposed to be, is in the Court of Fontaine. So let's teleport on over. Is Paimon going to say something? Are we going to hear a different voice? Huh. Doesn't Paimon normally talk whenever you start up a story quest? With one of the characters? Let's see. Let's get over here and let's see if a voice is different and then call it out immediately if it is. Oh look, quite a lot of people. Yep, I see Sigewinne. Moment of truth.
This shop looks popular today. Wonder what the occasion is.
Same old Paimon.
Butterfly Dew Cosmetics now on sale. Looks like it.
And everybody's in line for it.
Sigewinne's here too. Hey there, Sigewinne.
It's been a while.
Hello there, Traveler and Paimon. I hope you're keeping yourselves fit and healthy. You bet we are. So anyway, what are you doing here, Sigewinne?
Yes, what are you doing here?
I take regular vacations in the Court of Fontaine. This one just so happened to coincide with a promotion for a new skincare product, so I came over to take a look. I like to keep up with the latest industry developments when I can, to help me with my magazine articles.
Magazine articles?
You write? For a magazine? Which one? It's called Beautés en Fleur, and it's run by the Fontaine Beauty Association. I've done lots of articles about skincare for them, using the pen name Maritime Flower. Oh, wow! You're a Maritime Flower? If Paimon's not mistaken, you're one of the leading figures in the Fontaine Beauty Association!
Since when did you start reading beauty mags?
What's so weird about that? Everyone loves beauty! I really like this role. The staff at cosmetic shops are always so polite. And as long as I wear a big smile on my face, I always get the best customer service. Well, they sure don't want to make an enemy of the Maritime Flower.
Unless they don't know. So what got you interested in buying beauty products, Sigewinne?
Obviously, it's because of Sigewinne's love for beauty. Still a leader of the Beauty Association? That's incredible. The truth is, I study this field because I cherish my own appearance. It has nothing to do with being beautiful or not. Oh, the words of a master beautician defy comprehension! Oh, wait, you're saying that natural beauty is the highest form of beauty, right? Not really. Actually, Milesian aesthetics are very different from human ones. We don't view humans based on their appearance. If I had to describe our approach, I'd say it's based on cuteness.
I wonder why.
Oh, really? Yep. Still, I really value my current appearance. And in the process of taking care of it, I've ended up learning quite a lot about skincare and stuff. It turns out, my knowledge and experience is pretty popular with beauty product lovers. It came as a big surprise to me, though. Oh, Paimon gets it now. But speaking of your appearance, how come you look human anyway? Are you like only half Melusine?
Is that a thing?
Ooh, wait, sorry. That was probably really offensive, wasn't it?
Probably.
No, I don't mind. I'm not mixed, though. I made a decision to turn myself into this form a very long time ago. If you're interested, I could tell you the story. A shape-shifting story? Oh, heck yeah, of course we're interested! Once upon a time...
That's how it starts? It really starts with the once upon a time.
Ago, humans rejected Melusines,
You know that.
and Melusines feared humans.
We've seen a flashback about
There
that.
was one Melusine who became fascinated with human medicine, but no human wanted her help. And there was one girl who liked Melusines, so no humans would make friends with her. So the Melusine became the girl's friend, and the girl became the Melusine's patient.
This isn't like a Full Metal Alchemist thing, is it?
You're still in perfect health. Thank you, Dr.
Where
Melusine.
they get combined?
In this game of doctor and patient, a friendship was born. Then, one day, the girl fell ill. The Melusine was the only doctor to arrive on time, but the adults sent her away.
Scram! Melusines can't be trusted!
Even if your daughter would die?
Because I'm not human. I can't save my best friend. In desperation, the Melusine approached the frightening witch. She begged and begged until she got a reply.
If you take this potion, concocted of sin, you will gain a human face and grow human limbs. But then, you will lose everything that attracted this friend of yours to you in the first place. Can you accept that?
The Melusine did not hesitate for very long. On a rainy night, a little doctor knocked on the girl's door. The doctor wore a hood and raincoat, maybe to protect her from the rain, but maybe also to hide a secret. The little doctor held the girl's hand and treated her illness, just as she had so many times before. Dawn came, and the little girl's condition improved. But the little doctor was long gone, for she knew her friend would never recognize her again.
Parents are trash.
And so, since then, I've lived my life in human form. Most people who know me just think I was born this way. Ooh. A witch? A potion? Why does this sound like a fairy tale?
It kind of is.
It's a true story. Must be the way you told it then. It just sounds so...
Little Mermaid-ish. You're an incredibly kind person, Sijween.
Yeah, not every Melusine would take human form to save their human friend. That must have been a huge decision. Treating patients is a doctor's duty.
Hat
You must
duty.
always find a way, even when the going gets tough.
And the parents are
It's so
racist?
crazy that they turned you away just because you were a Melusine, especially when their daughter was so sick. Well, sometimes appearance can be a real barrier, but that was a long time ago. I like how I look now anyway.
Parents are still trash.
Paimon too! You're super cute this way.
Attention customers! Thank you all for waiting. Now, on behalf of our skincare partner, I'm delighted to announce that our exciting new product is now officially on sale.
Wow, there we go. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Paimon, if you want to buy any skincare products, I'll be happy to give you some suggestions. Really? Personal advice right from a leader of the Fontaine Beauty Association? What an honor!
Allow me to introduce our newest skin lotion, Butterfly Dew. I'm sure many of you have already read about this product's trials in the newspapers. To say that it improves skin quality is an understatement. This product gets its name from the way it transforms your skin and makes it glow anew, like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis and spreading its wings for the first time. We are thrilled to have the inventor of this fantastic product with us here today. Please welcome Mr. Rawat, a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Now, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Rawat to tell you all about what Butterfly Dew can do for you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Rawat, and I developed Butterfly Dew.
Wow, what a looker.
He's a researcher? Wow, he's really challenging the stereotype.
It seems that everyone is surprised by my entrance. Or should I say, my appearance. I'm well aware that researchers are generally better known for their brains than their dashing good looks. In that regard, I do believe I break the mold somewhat. Of course, appearance is a skin-deep way of defining a person.
So many
And yet
buns.
One's appearance can be a very real set of shackles, holding a person back in their life. It can rob a young person of their self-confidence when applying for a job, dissuade a young lady from approaching the one she loves. Our actions are at the mercy of our appearance, and we slowly become the very person that the outside world sees us as. But what if I told you that those shackles can be broken? If our appearance prevents us from changing, then let us first change our appearance itself.
I think you need to
Wash
change your
away moles,
mindset
birthmarks
first.
and wrinkles, and they can no longer rob us of our confidence. Replace them with luster and radiance, and we shall never again hang our heads in shame. That is why Butterfly Dew exists. Its mission is to allow us to shed our pupae, undergo a complete metamorphosis, and embrace a new life.
Pupae is a weird word.
Whether
I know what he's
or
talking about, but it's a weird word.
After that speech, Paimon's already sold.
Don't get sold so easily.
Mr. Rawat, could I ask if you've used this product yourself?
Of course, I tried it many times while I was testing it. You can consider me a product ambassador.
Wow, then it's sure to work.
Not necessarily.
Still, I don't expect to convince you just by blowing my own trumpet. So,
Tooting
can I
your
get a
own horn.
volunteer from the audience to try it out?
Oh, Paimon volunteers!
Oh!
Oh.
What an honor! It appears we have a giant of the Fontaine Beauty Association
Okay,
here
so
with
she
us.
is known
In that
for
case,
it.
Miss Sijuin, could we seek your most expert opinion on this product?
Sure.
I was wondering if she was like doing like a whole hidden type thing.
Whoa,
But apparently not.
is that Romaritime flower? They say she's the pickiest user of skincare products in all of Fontaine.
Here you go.
How old is Sijuin?
Well, it's very kind to the skin, and the absorption rate is high. Even for Fontaine, this is a first-rate product. Wow, now that's high praise.
Is there a butt coming?
I'll take one. Any discounts?
All right. Well, all that remains for me to say is, Butterfly Dew is now on sale.
The enthusiastic shopping spree rapidly decimates the
Think
stocks.
we should buy a bottle too?
Are you paying for it yourself?
Of course you bring up Mora. Fine, Paimon will pay out of her own pocket and even share it with you. There, does that sound fair? And if you're worried about whether it's the right product for you, well, luckily for us, Sijuin's here, so we can get an expert consultation.
But of course, there's more to all this. Oh, now it starts. The warmth of lies. Let's get to speaking.
It's an honor to receive such high praise from you. To be honest, I was also hoping you might be able to point out some flaws in the product so I can keep improving it.
With most skincare products, the pros and cons only become apparent with long-term use. Oh yeah, this one has instant benefits, improving skin quality without any obvious side effects. It's one of a kind.
But isn't it a
Don't
little
worry,
bit worrying that it's
I'm planning to keep
instantaneous?
using it, and I'll publish regular reviews in Beautés en Fleur. You can read my thoughts there. All you need to do is subscribe.
Oh,
Click the
I
like
was
button and
hoping for a
subscribe.
more casual conversation, but you are a beauty association leader after all. I understand if you want to keep this professional.
Cedrine? Oh, excuse us, Miss Beauty Expert. But do you think this product is a good choice for me and him?
Wait, are you the renowned traveler?
Something like that.
That's right, and by his side, the equally famous Paimon.
Well,
Not
I
equally.
don't normally handle customer questions personally, but since it's the traveler asking, allow me to make an exception.
Hi.
Butterfly Dew is made for all skin types, so no matter who you are, you can rest assured that it will be kind to your skin. If anything, it might be marginally more effective on Fontainian's skin, but other than that, it works the same on everyone.
Why would it
Everyone?
work better on Fontainians?
In the interests of protecting my trade secrets, I'm afraid I can't answer that, Miss Paimon.
Paimon poked the bear. She poked the bear.
All right then. How about a friend discount?
Save yourself the trouble. I'd be greatly honored to have both of you use my product. Here, take 2 bottles for free.
That's too good a deal.
Yay! Paimon's private fund survives!
You have a private fund? What's the catch? Is this a publicity stunt?
I can see why you might think that, but please don't misunderstand. This gift is simply a token of my esteem. There's no business motivation behind it. To
Uh-huh.
me, finding new customers for Butterfly Dew is about meeting kindred spirits, fellow admirers of physical beauty. I consider it a labor of love.
Admirers of physical beauty? Eesh, that's embarrassing to say out loud. It sounds so shallow.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Miss Paimon. Most people claim to desire inner virtue, but it's still physical appearance that turns their heads.
True.
This is a fact of life. It's only natural for people to desire to become beautiful. And that's exactly what inspired me to choose this research direction in the first place.
You're right. Everyone loves beauty, don't they?
Look at the time. My apologies,
sure
but
there
I
are
have other things to
exceptions.
attend to. I'll leave you with these 2 bottles of Butterfly Dew, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Paimon, I'd say there's no need for you and the Traveler to use this product for now.
Why do you say that?
Why? Is there a problem with it? The quality is fine. I just think there's room for improvement. I think I could add some ingredients to the mix to make it more effective. Really? Then why didn't you tell Rawat about that? Researchers are a very special breed of human. You can point out their flaws to their face and they won't mind very much. But if you tell them that someone else could do a better job, ooh, now that'll make them really upset.
Understandable.
If I'd mentioned it, he probably wouldn't have given you those 2 bottles for free.
That was your motivation?
Fair enough, that makes sense. If you're interested in the more effective version, I can write up a list of ingredients for you. Just come get me once you've gathered them. When you say more effective, you mean it'll make Paimon even prettier? Ooh, how can we say no?
A prettier Paimon?
As for me, it's probably time I got back to the Fortress of Maripede. I mustn't leave the infirmary unattended for too long. Alright, see you there then!
All right, collect the materials on the list. There's only 2 materials. It seems like this would be a rather simple concoction then. All right, well, let's see what we can now. Oh, I should have
Just up
Grab
ahead,
that.
Traveler. The
Hydro-
ingredients for Siegeween should be nearby.
crystal fly. Alright, it should be around here somewhere. Is it this? Buttercuts? No, it is not. It's one of these two, isn't it? It's not gonna hurt him.
Rise.
Stabilize.
Oh wait, did I already beat it? I did.
Solidify.
Keep hitting, keep hitting. Amber, you want to get in on this?
Let it rain.
Gather.
Life
And
goes on.
freeze it. Why is it not getting frozen? Okay, it's immune. I figured it was, but it didn't seem like it was getting frozen, so I figured I'd use some hydro. Alright, that was one of the materials. Tainted Hydro Phantasm Extract. Why tainted? Why freaking tainted? Sounds horrible. What's the other thing? Are these materials not animal friendly? Could that become a controversial thing? Oh. You. Hey, you. Hit it.
Great! That's everything! Let's head
Concentrated
to the centipede.
transoceanic pearl. A pearl? Huh? I don't get these ingredients. Alright, let's go to the Fortress of Metapede. Like we were trying to do before. Alright, let me go ahead and do a little heal up on Zhongli. Where to stars? Why is there so much sparkle around? Like it's trying to tell me to go in 5 different directions. This is the store, isn't it? Yeah. Should probably just teleport to up here, right? Will this bring me up to the same floor? Nope! Not at all. Wait, it brought me to the wrong waypoint. Here we go. Yeah, it brought me to a waypoint that I didn't click on. Alright, make our way around. Man, it's been a while since I've been in here. As always, there's things lying around that you can pick up. Isn't this our room? Well, no point in going in there. And I ran out of stammies. Alright. Oh, Siege Ween! We got the products! Oh, not the products. The ingredients. That's a better way to put it. Oh, someone's in here with her.
Whoa, the infirmary is packed.
A few. One of them being Brisley.
Please, you have to believe me. I saw it with my own eyes last night. Another me. He looked exactly like me.
Got it, okay. I've written down everything you told me. Now, I have a few tests to run. Take a deep breath, and don't worry, it's nothing to be nervous about. First, which finger am I holding up?
Index.
Your index finger, but I'm telling you, my mental state is fine. I'm not crazy.
Very good. Now, on to the next. Hey there, Your Grace. It's been a while, huh?
Ah, it's you two. Indeed it has. I would offer you some tea, but I'm afraid the timing is unfortunate. Duty calls.
Ha,
No
duty.
worries. Actually, we were looking for
That's
Siege
calling.
Ween. Do you, know what all of this is about?
This inmate came running to the guards in a panic, claiming to have seen his exact doppelganger.
A doppelganger? Doesn't that just mean someone else kinda looks like him?
Does that have something to
That's
do
what I
with the
thought when
cream?
the report first reached my desk. But we've inspected our records. No one even vaguely resembles him. Considering how certain he is of what he saw, I can only surmise that he's having some mental issues. So I brought him for a medical evaluation.
All right, very good. Take a sip of water and rest for a bit. Evaluation complete. I couldn't find any symptoms pointing to a physical condition.
I see. So do you still believe there's more likely to be an issue with his mind than his body?
I have to assume so for now. Psychological issues are more difficult to detect. At this stage, we can at least confirm that he is in command of his cognitive faculties.
The rumor mill will go crazy if word of this gets out. Guards, take him to the ward for a period of observation. The Marechaussee Phantom has requested my cooperation on a case, otherwise I'd deal with this myself. Sorry for the trouble, head nurse, but I'll have to leave this to you.
No problem, Your Grace. I'll add him to my observation list.
By the way, we have a couple of guests here who've made the trip just to see you. I imagine it must be important. You probably won't need to add them to your observation list, though.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you.
Yes, it is us.
Hey there, Cedrine! It's actually not that important, but...
I'll be in my office if you desperately need me. Goodbye for now.
And if we don't, we can just leave you there.
Bye. So, Cedrine... Would you mind waiting for just a moment? I have another patient to see. Just find an empty bed and take a seat. I won't be long. Oh, sure.
Sigewinne, we've brought him. And he seems to have taken a turn for the worse again.
Okay, don't panic. Let's
And he
start
walked
by
in here?
sitting down here.
Or is it someone else?
Paimon had no idea how busy it can get for Cedrine. Maybe now's not the time to ask for her help with skincare.
Patience, Paimon. She'll help us. We just need to wait. In the meantime, we could offer to help Sigewinne.
Good point. Besides, it might actually be interesting to observe her at work. Well, this could hurt, so I suggest you take a deep breath first. Did his face melt? What happened to him?
It's anyone's guess. His face melted off shortly after arriving at the fortress.
When that happened?
Since he's a serious offender, he can't be allowed out for medical treatment. Best we can do for now is ask the head nurse to give him something to manage the symptoms.
When did he get here?
This is gonna be awkward. We still need to bring him to the Marechaussee Phantom for questioning. What if he scares them half to death? Will that be our fault?
That's your worry?
Marechaussee Phantom? Does this have something to do with the case Risley's dealing with?
Yep, it was a huge case. They bagged a few dozen crooks in one fell swoop. And this guy's the baddest apple of the bunch. He harmed countless people. And now, it looks like it's all finally catching up with him.
You done gawking?
No. We want to gawk
Not
some more.
yet. I need to check the severity of your ulcers to decide the right dosage. Don't worry. We Melazines have a very different sense of aesthetics from humans. To me, he just looked like a little kitty with slightly scruffy fur, but still just as cute.
Don't patronize me. Do I look like a kid to you? Just give me the meds and let me out of here. I already missed my cell.
Hey, lose the attitude. You dare talk back to our head nurse like that again? Your days are numbered.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to apply the medication now. Tell me if it hurts, alright? Look how nice Sigewinne's being. And he still talks to her like that? What a nasty piece of work.
Can I leave now?
Wow, not a peep. What a brave little guy.
Thank you, Sigewinne. And I apologize for the trouble.
So, Traveler, Paimon, did you bring the ingredients? We did, but we don't want to interfere or anything. You're busy saving lives here. Oh, don't be
And faces.
silly. I agreed to it, didn't I? Just
You did.
hand me the ingredients, and I'll make some time to whip it into the improved version for you. Take a rest here if you want. Or, if you're not tired, I hear they're holding a new pancreation tournament in the administration area. Or alternatively, is there anything we could help you with, Sigewinne?
Take it as a token of our gratitude.
That's right! Let us help you out! It's the least we could do! Good point. Kind-hearted humans start to develop guilt if they accept free help from others.
Sure.
Don't worry. I'll take a look at my schedule. I'm sure I can find something to treat this condition. I gotta warn you though, it'll be tiring work. So I suggest you take a break first, then come back and see me when you're ready.
Okay. Dr. Sijin.
We're ready, Seedween. What's our first mission? I found the perfect job for the Traveler. First, I'd like you to lie down in this bed.
Why?
What for? I need you to pretend to be sick. What? Oh, is it that difficult? I thought you did a pretty good job last time. Oh, so you knew. I sure did. He was way more interesting than the usual malingering inmates, and you played along very well, Paimon.
Malingering. Malingering.
After that.
That's an interesting word.
This is awkward. But why do you need us to do it again now?
Will we see?
No time to explain. My next patient will be here any second. Please just do as I say. You can, pretend like you've got a nasty headache. And throw in some dry heaving for good measure. Okay.
I don't hear any dry heaving.
Hey, Doc. It's me.
It's a kid in prison.
I'm only here because my mom won't stop pestering me about it. So annoying.
Really, why is there a kid in prison?
Your mother has enough on her plate with a busy job. Well, the last thing she needs is to worry about you being sick as well.
I know. I shouldn't treat the place like a playground. Shouldn't go swimming in the lower levels where we join up with the sea, because it'll give me a cold and distract her from her work. I thought I'd be able to
your mother
have
like
some
a
fun
guard
here
or
at the
administrative
fortress for a
assistant or
few
something?
days, but it's always, don't do this, and
Seems
don't
like
do
it.
that.
All right. Sit yourself down and I'll take your temperature. Your fever still hasn't gone down. Well, here's your medicine. 1 cup for starters, and we'll see if it helps.
But Doc, it's so bitter. Do I really have to drink it? I mean, I'll be fine, right? I've gotten
Maybe,
Uncle
maybe
who
not.
caught a cold. His fever went away on its own after a couple days. Can't you
That's not
just
always the
write me a
case.
note saying I'm on the mend? I just need something to keep my mom off my case.
I sure can. You're a very brave boy, after all.
Huh? Brave? What makes you say that?
Well, if you want to rely on your own immune system to clear up your fever, then you'll have to tough it out like this guy.
Sorry for that.
Hang in there, Traveler! Are you gonna puke? Paimon can get you a paper bag!
Huh?
As long as you're tough enough to get through the nausea and dizziness caused by the high fever, you'll be right as rain after just a few days' rest.
And if I'm not tough enough?
Hey! Wake up! Wake up! Put it this way. At least you'll never have to see the doctor again, right?
Wow. What a negative way of looking
I
at
think
it.
maybe I'll take that medicine after all, if that's okay.
Oh, of course. Here, it's still warm.
It's so bitter.
All done.
It does get easier
Good
to bear
job,
with that
you
type of
two.
stuff when you get older.
That kid really doesn't know what's good
Just because
for
life
him.
is bitter.
His mother's a guard here.
Figured.
He's been working back-to-back shifts lately, but unfortunately, his father's away on a business trip right now. She had no choice but to bring her son here for the time being. He was quite happy at first. He seemed to think that the Fortress of Meripede would be all fun and games. So you made us put on that act just to scare a kid into taking his medicine? That's a pretty sneaky trick. Seems like there's a whole side to Siegeween we never knew about. It's a technique I learned from my teacher. Oh, you had a teacher? Was she a Melusine doctor too? She was human. She passed away a long time ago. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. I really liked my teacher, so it's always nice when I get to talk about her with other people. She was a traveling doctor, and since she didn't have a clinic, she'd go out and visit her patients wherever they were. Dealing with the badly behaved ones was her specialty. She used to say, if you can scare the little brats into taking their medicine, you won't have to hear them wailing and screeching when their condition gets worse.
Interesting impression.
She sounds like a pretty strict teacher. Strict? Well, that's not how my teacher saw it. She thought of herself as terrifying to kids. Strange way for a doctor to describe themselves. Now Paimon's curious to know what she looked like. As it happens, I actually have a picture of her.
Yep, she looks like the type of person that hates everybody but will still help them.
Oh, wow, yeah, okay, that'll terrify the kids. Yep, all the children she treated thought she was a witch. Why does it almost sound like you're envious of her? Oh, because I am. If she was here, all the children would take their medicine without any need for tricks. A doctor who looks like a witch. True, they wouldn't dare try anything funny with her around. Oh, me, on the other hand, it's hopeless. Children aren't afraid of me at all.
Because you're too cutesy?
It's actually a good thing, you know? Oh, my next patient should be arriving now. Would you mind lending me a hand again?
Same thing?
Sure thing! On to the next mission.
A dozen or so patients later, Siegeween is finally done.
Is it nighttime already? That flew by.
This day's
You
busy.
really have a busy job, Siegeween. Well, thanks to you two, it was much easier today. Aww.
Glad we could help.
Should we get some rest? It's getting pretty late. Oh, there is one last thing. I have to keep it confidential, so I usually leave it till after everyone's clocked out. Confidential? Are you sure you can tell us? It's fine. You're not living here anymore, so it's okay if you know. All it is I have to prepare some ingredients to make healthy meals with. Wait, you mean those healthy meals?
The ones that magically appear on the third day.
My patients refuse to eat any healthy meals I prepare in front of them, so I have to prep the ingredients in secret, then let the chef at the Coupon cafeteria handle the rest. Considering even the chef's version makes people uneasy, it really makes you wonder what's in it.
Are you sure you want to find out?
You want to find out? I can teach you how to make it. That way, if you ever suffer from exhaustion on your future travels, you can prepare a healthy meal for yourself. It's really good for you, you know. Sure? Guess we can help out one more time. The ingredients are ready. Now, put them on the table and add them in the order I tell you. First, we add this special slime condensate.
Already, you.
Stir it thoroughly, then pour it in. See that? It adds elasticity. It looks just like tasty jelly, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Until you remember it's slime condensate.
Well, that's why she doesn't typically tell people what they're about to eat.
Xenochromatic crystals. You want to crush them up into a fine powder, like powdered sugar.
And this doesn't, like, cut up the inside of their throats?
Fontimer aberrants? Are you sure they're edible?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
We'll need some high high-protein meat. Frogs are an excellent choice.
Oh gosh.
You just need to clean their innards, and then you're left with some lovely, tender meat. Oh! Frogs.
That's kind of where you go wrong.
And we're done. All that's left now is to pack them into lunch boxes and hand them to Walsey. Yesterday in the production zone, I noticed an inmate who's been working for 2 days straight. That means it's a healthy meal for him tomorrow. Siegewing really does have the inmate's best interests at heart.
That's a way of putting it. Get the prepared ingredients to Wolseley. I guess we could teleport to him, right? Or at least close to.
Ah, head nurse. Got some extras for me?
Just the one today. The serial number's on the lid.
Sounds good. I'll make sure it gets delivered.
Why?
Sounds like they're talking in code. Thanks for your help.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I only wish I could do more. You work so hard for all our sakes. I'd happily lose a little sleep if it meant helping you out.
That won't do. If you reduce your sleeping hours any further, your health will start to suffer.
All right. Nurse's orders. I'll do as I'm told. But you take care of yourself too.
Well, I'm done with work for today. Thanks for helping out, you two. Seems like the guards and staff here have a lot of respect for you, Siegewing. In just one day of helping you with your work, it feels like we've done a lot for the fortress.
Head nurse, please, wait. I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but I think you'll agree. This is urgent.
Okay,
What's
just
up?
relax and catch your breath. What's the matter?
The guard at the observation ward, Odilon, he told me to pass on a message to you. One of the inmates there, the guy suffering from possible hallucinations, well, he seems to have made a sudden recovery, and now he wants to apply for permission to leave the ward.
Huh? Already? You were right to tell me. I'll have to examine him and make sure he's well before we discharge him. Looks like we've got one job as medical assistants left. We'll come with you.
But can we trust it is the question. Go to the observation ward. Let's teleport here. Is the observation ward just her section again? Because he definitely was not in the room for all the other appointments. So we got 3 cases with her. We got the kid that's sick. We got the guy that's seeing somebody that looks like him. And the guy whose face is melting.
Head nurse, you're finally here. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've caused you, but I believe I've now made a full recovery. After
makes
giving
you
it
sad?
some thought, I'm sure that I was probably just seeing things. Stress-related, I imagine. I'd been working long hours, so I definitely wasn't in the best state of mind.
I don't believe him.
I totally understand. Still, I have to give you an examination before I can discharge you, okay? So, take a deep breath and don't be nervous. It'll be the exact same procedure as we did this morning. We can start whenever you're ready.
Again, so sorry. I was in such a state this morning, I barely recall anything. Would you mind taking me through it again?
Oh, not at all. It's a lot to remember. First up, we have a little cognitive test. Just concentrate and you'll be fine. To start with, which finger am I holding up?
Your pinky.
She's not, is she? Under Siegebean's guidance, Eric quickly completes the full series of tests.
Right. All indicators seem normal.
Oh, maybe it was.
So it was a stress-induced hallucination after all?
No.
Well, we've certainly had previous cases of mental illness caused by overwork, which is why I carefully observe everyone in the production zone. I wonder how I managed to miss the signs this time.
Please, head nurse, you shouldn't blame yourself. I'm just still adapting, that's all. Pushed myself too hard, and I guess I couldn't take it.
He being shady.
Thanks for looking after me. I'll be as good as new after a good night's sleep. And if you can give me the okay, I know I'll sleep better back in my good old dorm.
I don't trust him.
It can be difficult to relax in an unfamiliar environment. All right then, you can leave the ward.
I don't know if that's the best
I
idea.
suggest you take 2 days off to focus on your recovery. I'll take you off the observation list for now, so you're officially discharged.
Great. I can't thank you enough, head nurse.
Mr. Odilon, could you escort him back?
Of course. I'm on guard duty in the administrative area tonight,
Eh,
so
duty.
nothing will go wrong. You have my word.
Guess you're finally done for the day now, huh? Yep. But I still haven't gotten around to making that improved lotion for you yet. Oh, no rush! Seriously, it's super late now. You should go get some rest too. Well, tomorrow it is then. Good night, Traveler. Good night, Paimon. Hope you sleep well.
Wait, where are we sleeping?
Oh, don't you worry. We will. After a productive day of work, we're both gonna sleep like a log.
Good night, Sijween.
Yeah, sleep tight, Seedream. See you tomorrow.
Quest complete. At least the first part. Now we gotta wait till 8 to 12. 8 it is. That's good enough. Alright, and switch room.
Paimon really did sleep like a log. Let's go find Seedream.
Is this our old bedroom? Holy crap, it is. Alright. Yeah, let's go talk to Sijween right over here. Back in her ward. Oh, he's just chilling here, huh, dude? Alright, and she's got a full crowd.
Oh, how is the infirmary even busier than yesterday?
It's Melty Face Man.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon.
He's sharing a bed.
People here for a checkup, so you might need to wait for a while. No problem.
That's fine.
Anything we can do to help? There's a bit of a complicated situation here. I'm still getting to the bottom of it myself.
You have to believe me. I'm telling the truth.
About?
You're in a medical facility. Keep it down.
Please, listen to me. I'm not Gascon. I'm Uwe.
You're a horrible liar, you know that? We get all your mugshots with the arrest warrants. It's clear as day that you're Gascon.
You mean because of the way I look? I don't know what happened. I just woke up like this. Then you guys dragged me in here for an interrogation.
I brought you here to figure out what's going on. If you truly are the victim of an injustice, yelling isn't going to achieve anything.
That is true.
At most, it'll delay your vindication.
All right. I get it.
This is nuts. Yesterday's interrogations went fine, and now this.
Morning, Your Grace. What's going on?
Remember the case I mentioned yesterday? The one brought to me by the Marachose Phantom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been questioning the inmates involved this morning. Every single one of them is claiming mistaken identity.
Huh. That's even weirder than what that guy was saying yesterday.
The thing is, none of them have been able to provide any evidence whatsoever to support their claims. Questioning them further got us nowhere, so for now, we've brought them to the infirmary.
And we thought yesterday was as busy as it got for Seedween.
We've compiled their statements. Have a look. Perhaps there's something we missed.
Criminal's testimony. Patton. Who is this Patton? I'm Honair. I had applied to go out and see a doctor, but when I woke up, I was in another cell. Unbelievable. Gascon. Not Gascon. I'm Police. Today should have been the final day of my sentence, so I should have gone free. What gives? Henry, I'm Eric. Why does stuff like this always happen to me? Now there's no way my release papers are getting squared away today. Lazir. My name is Odilon. I'm a guard. I think I was attacked. This isn't me at all. Yeah, someone's stealing faces. It's very Clayface-ish.
Wait.
The thing in common is everybody's like, I'm not this person.
Interesting. The inmates they spoke of in their statements appear to all be due for release today.
I noticed that too. If that's their plan, they're underestimating us a little. Every serious offender claims that there's someone else who just so happens to be due for release today. And they're expecting us to go along with that.
Because it's the truth. I think what it is that guy that it made the skin cream, the butterfly dew. The butterfly dew might not be it, but that doesn't mean that he didn't make something pertaining to it, where it is you can form your face to look like someone else's. So, the guy that freaked out and said, someone looked like me, is not lying. In fact, somebody actually does look like him. And the person that looks like him probably swapped over to his face while he was in observation and came back and said, oh, I don't remember how it goes with the test this morning, because they didn't take the test this morning. The real one took the test that morning. Instead, now you're examining the fake. Also, isn't the guard the one that was escorting dude, or am I thinking of someone else? I think the one that's claiming to be the guard is the one that was escorting him.
All the more reason to be cautious. Lumberzar, check the release list for today and make sure no one gets processed. We're gonna need an excuse, though. Just say we're out of forms, and that we're furiously printing more as we speak.
I'm on it.
Emphasize the furiously.
It's conceivable that our group of serious offenders somehow found a way to switch places with inmates who are about to be released, so they can walk out right under our noses.
Like I said, it's a
We did
Clayface
consider
situation.
that possibility. But I mean, just look at them. They match the warrants, period. How could there have been a switch?
Only if they're dead ringers for the inmates due for release, I suppose. I gave you that name list yesterday to assist in your investigation. Did that help?
Yes, the inmates' mugshots were attached to the list. The first thing I did was check for lookalikes, and I didn't find any. The only other thing that stands out to me is that their voices sound a little different today. But it's not exactly hard to put on a fake voice.
Oh, really? What does our head nurse make of all of this?
Give me a moment. I think I have a way to confirm whether there's been a switch.
Check their faces.
I know, it's not time to change your dressing yet, but please bear with me. Huh? Isn't that the guy from yesterday? This should be Honore. He has very severe facial ulcers, which require an operation in the hospital at the Court of Fontaine. I authorized him to leave the fortress for medical treatment under guarded escort.
Yes, like I told you. I'm not Putton. I'm Honore.
So there has been a swap. Well, I can see what happened in Potton's case, but how do you explain the other inmates? You're not telling me their souls switched bodies, are you?
No.
I believe
They're faking
it was
faces.
their faces that got switched. The method is a bit like replacing a tooth. Take the bad tooth out, put a false one in.
Wait, you're saying they actually cut off faces?
Actually, I think I can prove it to you. Traveler, Paimon, do you remember Eric from the other day? Yeah, sure do. Then you can be my witnesses. To start with, please fetch the inmate who claims to be Eric.
All right. So that'd be you, Henry. Quote unquote.
So, you're Eric?
Yes, head nurse. It's me. You do believe me, right?
I need to do another examination on you. Same procedure as yesterday.
All right. it's the cognition test first, right? So I need to concentrate.
Now, try to recall if you can. The last time we did this test, which finger did I hold up?
Index.
I believe it was your index finger.
But that means...
It wasn't the same person.
Huh?
So, basically, last night, the Eric who said he saw another him suddenly recovered and applied to leave the observation ward. Seadwing did another test before letting him leave, but that time, she held up her pinky finger.
Huh? I don't know about any tests last night. There was nothing to do in the observation ward, so I went straight to bed. Then I somehow woke up in a high-security cell.
Well, in that case, there is a reasonable explanation for the strange events of the past 2 days.
So, what exactly happened?
The gang
got
of serious
switched.
offenders wanted to break out of prison, so they identified a group of scapegoats, namely inmates whose terms were almost up, and planned to switch appearances with them. Last night, when Odilon was on duty, they ambushed him and had one of their group switch appearances with him using their face-swapping method. That allowed them to avoid scrutiny from the other guards. Then, once all the other inmates were asleep, Odilon spent his night shift carrying out the remainder of their switcheroo plan. However, they made one mistake. Henri changed his appearance to match Eric's earlier than he should have done, and ended up being spotted by the real Eric. Real Eric came to the guards for help, but we didn't know then what we know now. So we put it down to hallucination and sent him to the observation ward. However, since one of the gang members was posing as a guard, they simply changed real Eric's appearance and had their Eric take his place, muddying the waters even further.
Right, because I put Eric on the observation list by then, and no inmates on that list can be processed for departure until I've discharged them.
Hence why the imposters had to pull that little stunt to get fake Eric off the list.
Yeah, it all makes sense now! The Duke cracked the case!
Well, I can't fault the reasoning. But I'm afraid that we ruled out the possibility of face switching very early on in this process.
Criminals altering their facial appearance to commit crimes is nothing new. In fact, one of the explicit duties of the Malazines in the Marechaussee Phantom is to identify criminals in disguise. We carefully examined all the suspects, and there is no evidence that any means of disguise were used in this case.
Huh. Well then, how do we explain all this?
So far, it seems more likely that the gang stole documentation belonging to the inmates due for release, and are using that to commit identity fraud.
Actually, there is a potion that can completely change someone's appearance. If they use that, even a Melazine wouldn't be able to detect it. A shape-shifting potion?
You tell?
Forgive me, head nurse, but this is the first time I'm hearing about it. If such a potion truly existed, it would jeopardize our entire investigative process at the Marechaussee Phantom. Are you certain of this?
Yes, I am.
But
what?
Please trust me in my professional opinion as an experienced clinician.
At the same time, without any solid evidence, it's pure speculation.
Does that have to do with her origin story that she told at the beginning?
If we can round up all the inmates suspected of switching places, then have a little talk with both sides, we might just get our answer. Yep, let's do that.
okay. Well, it was our negligence that meant we had to come and conduct these post-internment interrogations. And I know it's put you out. We'll do it your way.
Your Grace, bad news. I paused the releases like you asked, but we were too late. A bunch of people already got processed 2 hours ago.
The ones on the list?
I checked the list, and sure enough, it's all the people who gave statements.
2 hours ago? That's before today's interrogations began. They had this all planned out.
So there really was a switch after all.
Mm-hmm.
They really pulled the wool over our eyes on this one.
We should be able to catch up with them if we leave now, right?
Not if that potion is real. They can just switch faces again after leaving the fortress. And if the Marashose's Melazines can't even spot them, we wouldn't know where to start searching.
Yikes! So we're at a complete dead end!
Siegeween has a solution.
Well, technically there is one more lead we could follow up on. We were only able to arrest this gang thanks to the help of a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. I believe his name is Rawat.
Oh?
Huh.
Rawat? Isn't that the handsome guy we met at that skincare promotion?
Mm-hmm.
Handsome? Maybe from a human point of view. I just remember that he specialized in potions. One of the crimes this gang is charged with is the manufacture and sale of illicit drugs. According to Mr. Rawat, they appear to have stolen technology he developed through his research and used it in their operation. At first, he thought it was a typical case of intellectual property infringement, and he tried to negotiate with them. But once he discovered their criminal operation, he reported them to the authorities. Thanks to his report, we were able to swoop in and arrest them all in one go.
What a hero! Bet that took courage on his part.
No doubt. This is worth following up on. As the one who snitched on them, it's highly likely that Rawat will be targeted by the escapees. That aside, since he's negotiated with them in person before, there's a chance he'll have some additional information for us.
Understood, Your
Or
Grace.
the one
My
that we
team
met
and
was
I
a
will head
fake.
to the Fontaine Research Institute right away. In the meantime, please keep an eye on the face switch victims for us.
Of course.
Will do.
Miss Morgan, I'd like to come along and help you catch these criminals.
Huh? Why's that?
Well, I'm the one who discharged the fake Eric last night, so I feel partly responsible.
Don't say that, head nurse. Your focus was on the inmate's health, and rightly so. We can't ask you to help with arresting criminals. That's
Sure
our
you can.
duty.
I also have a more personal reason. Cotton is a patient of mine, and if I don't get a new batch of medicine to him in time, his condition will get much worse.
Look, head nurse, I completely understand where you're coming from. But arresting criminals is dangerous business. And if anything happened to you, none of us can afford to take on that responsibility.
Don't worry, I can defend myself just fine.
True.
You say that.
She is a playable character.
But still.
If I may, Miss Morgan, Siegeween is the one who raised the potion hypothesis, and I'm sure she has far more expertise on the topic than your team. My suggestion would be to bring her with you. And if you really are worried for her safety, then...
Oh, us. Paimon and I are coming along anyway.
Ah, there you go, right on cue. Knew I could count on you.
I bet you knew, for sure.
Okay. Well, since this plan has the Duke's blessing, far be it from me to refuse. We should head off immediately. Time is of the essence.
All right, go to the Fontaine Research Institute. I haven't been close to it yet. Bummer. Looks like I'm going to have to run to it. Let's go to this waypoint, and then maybe a little bit further than another that I've been to, but we got some height to it. Would be nice if there was some way to like quickly teleport across. Just like zip zap over. Yeah, that'd be nice. Why is there a tree up on that block? I feel like there's a mission of exploring all this. Probably there's like some type of boss fight up there, I think, at the big one. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure. Hello? I am easily distracted. Oh, it's one of those spin crystals. No diving. No diving. Did you not see the sign on the side of the pool? I want to get this Hydrocleus. Hydrocleus? I don't like the names of some of the things that they give in games like this. Not just because they become difficult to say, but just because they are weird at the same time. Oh. So if I go up her... Hold on, can I just interact with this normal? Ah, I can. Cool. I thought that was going to lead to something other than just Mora. All right, get to climbing. Now I want to get this. And then I'm pretty sure I just have to go across this bridge and I'm there, right? But first, this. I don't think this is gonna work. That wasn't quite what I was talking about. Alright, so if we go all the way up, up, up. Back, back, back. No, no, no. Zhongli! Come on. Wait, what? Back! Genius! Got it. Thank you. Good gosh. Can't turn around quickly and... Oh, crap. Sure. I held that down? There we go. Better.
Goes on.
Go ahead, keep hitting it. Next one. Well, you don't want to come down here and join the party? You know what? Forget you. I'll go after this one. I can shoot that one. Kind of like this. Oh no, my health, it is draining away from me. Hold on, let me get all this back.
Solidify.
What?
Guys.
Zhongli got hit. Wait. I don't remember hitting that guy to kill it, or thing to kill it.
Is this
Freaking
an
on.
answer from this world?
I did all that for a stupid prop for the Serenity pot that I never use? Dadgummit. What a waste of time. Alright, so maybe where we're going is not in here? Is it in here or not? Oh, shoot. I would like that. It is in here! Has the name and everything. Why is it all the way out here? Yeah, it doesn't say higher anymore. What are you guys doing here? It's like you're squatting or something. Read? Oh, no. I don't want to read that. I was hoping to be an investigate and then I get goodies. Wait. Get this waypoint so it's easier to get back here in case I have to get back here in the future. All right, Cutsney.
Greetings. Sorry to impose, but I'm afraid we're here on urgent business. And we're gonna need you to cooperate.
Can you do that? Oh, my auto's off.
The Marechaussee Phantom. Let me guess, you're investigating some more legal research?
Not this time, no. We're looking for a researcher. Do you know where we might find Mr. Rawat?
Rawat. Oh yeah, Mr. Handsome, right? He actually doesn't work on site here very often. There's a handful of researchers in the nearby area who know him pretty well, though. You can see what they know.
Oh, what do they know?
Handful? Paimon figured he'd be the most popular guy around.
Well, I guess you could say he's popular, at least on a superficial level.
Popular.
He's blessed with good looks, so he tends to make a good first impression on people. But in
sound
all
a bit
his
bitter.
time here at the Fontaine Research Institute, I don't think he's ever had a single deep conversation about his research with his peers. That's no way to make real friends around here.
It's also really suspicious.
That's so weird. He definitely didn't come across like a recluse at that product promotion.
Oh, I don't find that weird at all. He definitely didn't strike me as the kind of guy who's good at making friends.
Really? Paimon couldn't tell. Must be a Melusine perception thing.
No, you could be good looking and
We should talk with
antisocial.
his acquaintances. But we also need to check the Research Institute for any clues. Let's split up. It'll save us some time.
Sure thing. We'll go ask around among the other researchers with Siegweed. Paimon's suddenly kind of curious to know what everyone really thinks of him.
Yay, pulling information. See who to talk to.
I'm definitely gonna get fired.
Nobody here has a marker over their head. Is this a spin crystal? It is. Who are we supposed to talk to here? Are they higher? Lower? They're lower. There's another floor to this thing? Oh, there is. Let's talk to dude with a camera. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I don't want to talk to Bertram. I talk to myself enough as is. What the heck is this? Yeah, that's my name. Not very common. So people with common names kind of make me think, how do you not react to your name all the time? Because I never hear mine unless someone's talking to me.
Sorry to bother you, sir, but are you Bertram?
Yes.
Who's asking?
Just some concerned citizens helping out the Marashose Phantom with an investigation. We'd
Freaking
like to
name.
ask you about Rawat's whereabouts, if that's okay. We're told the two of you are pretty close.
Not anymore, we're not.
What happened?
We don't see eye to eye.
Is it because we're really tall?
Oh, yeah? What
Bertram is
happened?
very tall. He's 6'9".
The thing about
And I
us
hate small talk with
researchers
people.
is, most of us do what we do for some sort of higher purpose, but not Rawat. All he cared about was how to commercialize his findings. He won't even let you work with him unless you sign a confidentiality agreement first. Also, he has
NDAs?
better control over who gets which intellectual property rights. How are you supposed to get any meaningful research done working with a guy like that? Now that I've got my own technical solution for my compressor, I don't need to work with him anymore.
You work with compressors
What
too?
Rawat is really like.
Although I think mine is
We'd
different.
still like to know where to find him. Is that
Mine is
something you
audio
can help us with?
compressors.
Wait, you're... Yeah, I know you. You're the head nurse at the Fortress of Meripede. All right, then I'm happy to help you if I can. I respect the work you do.
Wow.
Medicine serves the highest purpose of all the sciences.
Wow.
I don't care about
turns out
science.
Siegweed's got some real clout.
Not really. Like, I know
Thing is,
it's important.
I have no real way of
I don't
knowing
have an
where he
interest in
might
it.
be. I stopped working with him 2 months ago, and I've barely seen him since.
Z burn
But
bridges
if you
off.
want my advice, I'd say go talk to the peddlers. There's a few he meets with every other day or so. Maybe they
Peddlers?
know where he's at.
Peddlers?
Yeah.
Like on a bike?
Back when I was working with him, I noticed he met with them quite often. Wouldn't surprise me if they were involved in some shady business together, because it seemed like they went out of their way to avoid discussing anything in my presence. The little I overheard was about manufacturing and selling pharmaceutical drugs. Like I said, he's all about the money.
And about them drugs.
Drugs? Doesn't he work with skincare products? Do those count as drugs?
Yeah. They actually do.
Who knows? I never cared to find out. He's the morgue rubber, not me.
Thank you. You've given us plenty to work with.
Yes, thanks me.
Welcome. Goodbye, and may we both reach new heights in our scientific endeavors.
I would never say that. Because I don't have scientific endeavors. All right. Now we gotta go back up. Maybe I should have ended with me. But I didn't know where to go. Over here. Intibes? What an interesting name. Yeah, this is definitely not my name. I've never seen this name before.
Hey there, are you Antibes?
Antibes? The S is silence?
What do you want?
Antibes? That's how I'd like to say it
Any
instead.
idea where he might be? We were told you were pretty close with him.
Not anymore.
Not sure that's the word I'd use. He wouldn't even let me use his patent.
Huh?
It's been a good few days since I last saw him. I don't know where he's at. Go ask someone else.
Would the patent in question happen to be related to the new skincare product he developed?
Yeah, kinda. Butterfly dew, or whatever he calls it.
Nothing has it.
I heard he made a tidy sum off of that one.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Keep going.
Most of the other researchers here focus on mechanics, energy, stuff like that. I get why he wouldn't be interested in having anything to do with them. But I'm studying coatings. There's a huge overlap in our areas of research. Why would he refuse to work with me? I bought his product once and noticed it contains a unique substance that might have applications in coatings too. If it worked out, I could probably make as much as he's making. Don't get me wrong, I had no intention of plagiarizing his work. I was hoping to get official permission to use his findings in my own research. Followed the proper procedure. It was all above board. I would have had to pay him a license fee and everything. But despite that, he turned me down not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Whoa,
It's like he's
3.
vehemently opposed to the idea of anyone else making the kind of money he does.
Nah, he's doing something shadier.
So is Rawat antisocial, or is this guy just jealous?
Maybe both of the above. Both of the above. It's either maybe both or all the above. What is this maybe both of the above? Besides, they're not even above. They're below. You gotta say all the above or something above when the phrase in question is above. On screen, it is below. Why am I criticizing everything?
Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any info about Rawat's whereabouts from him.
Nope.
Let's go.
Wait, 1 second. Mr. Antibes, next time you go shopping, you should buy some Buell fruits. Peel the skin, steep in water, then drink. It'll help calm your mood.
Huh? Yeah. Thanks.
At least he didn't like fire back at her about saying that. All right, now where do we go? Higher. And this wait, this person wasn't here before. Wait, does that mean that Bertram is going to disappear after we're done talking? Please tell me this is pronounced Audrey.
Excuse us, are you Audrey?
Thank you! I was about to flip if it was some other pronunciation.
That's me. What is it?
Are you close friends with Rawat? We're trying to find out where he is.
Gonna get another negative response?
Close friends? You mean because I told him I had feelings for him once?
Whoa.
I doubt I'm the first or last at the Institute to make that mistake. Why would you single me out as a close friend? I should have known, really. Men like him, they just enjoy being surrounded by fawning women. They're not interested in a serious relationship.
Okay. We were just kind of wondering if you might know where we can find him.
Why would I know where he's at? I barely know him, and he probably doesn't even remember me.
Ugh, this is getting annoying. Shall we go ask someone else?
Nope, we already asked everybody. I have the best information, I guess.
I think she knows Rawat better than she cares to admit. If we leave now, it might be a wasted opportunity.
Maybe, but we're not going to get much out of her while she's in this state, are we?
How are we going to change her state?
Explains symptoms common among people in love, if that's what you mean. But I know a cure.
A cure for love?
Curable?
Oh, We're still no closer to finding Mr. Rawat. Oh, by this point, he could be in grave danger.
Melzy, she knows how to play people.
Wait, why are you looking for him again?
Oh, that's right, yeah! The Marshosei Phantom said that he's been targeted by some pretty bad people. We need to make sure he's safe.
That could actually be true.
How has this happened? He seemed fine when I last saw him, and that was only a couple of days ago. Just happened to run into him, of course.
Whereabouts?
Oh, I see. Well, do you have any thoughts on where he might be right now?
Okay, but this is purely out of concern for his safety. If he's not at the Institute, he might be at his mother's place. I heard she raised him alone, that they had it pretty tough financially, and these days she's housebound due to illness. He makes regular trips back home to check on her.
Oh, okay. Do you know the address?
Nope, sorry. I only found out the thing about his mother because it came up in conversation once. I was just trying to find out more about him, so I could get to know him better. When I told him I had a crush on him, I offered to help him take care of his mother. And yeah, maybe that was a stupid idea, but did he really have to yell at me for it? It's like, fine, I can take no for an answer, but what's with the temper tantrum? Unbelievable. These guys only want to show you their charming, well-groomed exterior. They can't stand it when a few home truths shine through.
Looks like her love syndrome is flaring up again.
We need to find out Mr. Rawat's mother's address. Let's check with the Marshosei officers when we regroup.
Cool, sounds like a plan. Well, that's all 3 researchers. Let's head back to the meetup point.
Okay. Lower. It's just outside here. Oh, it's over by Antibus. I don't care how you say it, that's how I'm saying it.
Paimon started out thinking Rawat was a handsome researcher with a friendly and cheerful personality. It's such a surprise to learn that his peers have a different impression of him.
So, what's your view of him now, Paimon?
That he's a man that wears a
handsome
mask.
researcher whose difficult upbringing turned him into a profit chaser with a chip on his shoulder?
Wow.
So your thoughts about his appearance haven't changed at all?
Well, his looks are kind of a big deal, at least in Paimon's opinion. How does such a handsome guy end up being so antisocial? Even with his difficult family background, it just doesn't make any sense.
You can't judge a person solely based on their appearance.
Head nurse. Traveler. I assume you've spoken with the researchers. What did you find out?
You exchanged the intelligence you gathered.
Bertram mentioned Rawat's involvement with some
It's so weird hearing my
pharmaceutical
name.
merchants. Do you know if he's registered any pharmaceutical brands?
Since he was a whistleblower on such a huge case, I ran a background check on him. I don't remember there being any brands under his name.
Oh no, are we suspects?
Strange. If he was so focused on commercializing his research and averse to sharing his technology with others, why wouldn't he have registered his own brands? Maybe he and his business partners needed to avoid public scrutiny?
You think he may have colluded with the gang? Well, the crime was manufacture and sale of drugs, and that would certainly be in his wheelhouse.
We're a drug dealer?
We can't rule it out.
Isn't that pretty unlikely, though? He was the one who blew the whistle on them!
Most children who come to me with tooth decay have suffered pain for a long time already, but they'll still try to hide the fact that they eat too many sweets. Grown-ups and children aren't so different in that regard.
If you say so.
I saw him when he came to make his report, and I certainly didn't get the feeling that he was the type to collude with criminals. Perhaps it's more likely that they were coercing him. You mentioned that he comes from a poor family. So, it's possible that the criminals approached him, asking
Oh
for
wait, they're not talking
academic
about me
support,
anymore?
luring him in with the promise of riches. By the time he discovered who they really were, he was in too deep. They had leverage on him, so he was forced to keep working for them. I've seen it happen many times before.
That does make a lot of sense. It would definitely explain why he was so unwilling to cooperate with his fellow researchers.
Okay, they aren't talking about me anymore. They're talking about Rawat.
No wonder he's so unsociable. He must be on edge all the time with a gang of crooks breathing down his neck.
They probably got halitosis too.
The situation could be worse than we thought. If Rawat was working with the escaped inmates, they're sure to know more about his whereabouts than us. Oh, there's a good chance they'll get to him before we do.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, he was last seen 2 days ago. If no one's seen him since...
At the event?
Maybe we're... too late.
Looking for a dead body?
So he
You want to see a dead body?
Promotion.
That was the same day he reported the criminals too. Not a good sign.
He was acting real chill too when we met him.
We still have a chance. Since he disappeared right after blowing the whistle, it's likely that he's gone into hiding.
Yeah, he must have been worried that they'd come for him.
All the more reason to find him as soon as possible. The only lead we have at the moment is his mother's house.
Is his mother safe?
Earlier. Seath, think you can find the place?
Yep. When you register a brand, the Court of Fontaine requires you to provide a legal address. The one Rawat wrote down was in the outskirts of the city. That should be the place.
What if you're a genius but you're homeless?
Then there's no time to lose. Let's move.
Alright, go to Rawat's mother's residence. Switcheroo. Ooh. It's got a title of Switcheroo now. Over here. Alright. Wait, is this the place that we go to typically? Is this that house that we went to during the last story? Nah, these are different houses. There wasn't a second one. There was only one last time. Oh no, somebody has a quest for us. Run away! Birds. Why do you have an option for picking up a butterfly? That wasn't supposed to be some really big butterfly, right? There just happened to be like another butterfly that flew by, right? That's what happened.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesars. Or if